Attack! This is Lo-Fi Thrasher Lenny Blade, and this is the Retro Hunter Thailand show. You've seen the thumbnail, you have read the title, it's all true. Well, most of it. I have indeed been retro hunting a lot. This video will be a compilation of things that I've picked up through Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. So, say from late December up to where we are now, the beginning of February. So this will be, because there's so much ground to cover, this will be a two-part video. So in the first part, what you're watching right now, I'm just gonna show you a little bit what I got, and then I will go into a little bit more detail next time. And this is amazing. This is over 100 games, a new system, a couple of light guns, and I also have another system incoming, which is amazing, but we'll talk about that later. So anyways, let's take a look.
Alright, we are back down at the table again, and this will be a long one with a lot of packages. So here's the first package. It's a couple of PS2 games. Japanese PS2 games. So the way I'm gonna do this video is basically I will just show you a little bit of an unboxing and a little bit of what I got, and then I will go into more detail in the next video. It'll probably be the next two videos because there's a lot of ground to cover here, like I said. Alright, this was the next package I got here. A couple of Japanese PS1 games. Well, they're all Japanese. The PS1 and the PS2 games and the Sega Saturn games and all the games I got. They're all Japanese, so I'm gonna stop saying that. So we have a couple of PS1 games here. And always when I see these AAA, or not, it doesn't even, they don't even have to be AAA, but all these Japanese games is really like, if you could read Japanese, what a treasure trove of, you know, of games that's out there. Because I mean, the manuals and the instruction booklets and everything that comes with the Japanese games are so superior. Like you've got strategy guides, you've got backgrounds like fluff text, you've got a lot of information that the PAL and the US games just didn't bother with. You usually have, if it's a racing game, you know, you've got the maps of the tracks and the track layout and all of that good stuff. So really cool stuff. The last game we take a look at here is a prime example of that I was talking about before. You see all these, like there's a guidebook, there's an instruction booklet, and just so much stuff to get immersed in the game before you start playing. I love that stuff. Okay, so the next lot here is very interesting. I got these very cheap. I just want to say that to start with. These are Japanese PS2 dating sims, which is a popular genre in Japan for games. And I'm just going to show a few here. So these are obviously, you know, the target audience is most of these games. For most of these games are like teenage Japanese girls, but there are also some like visual novel style games as well. And even though they're very text heavy, the visual novels were pretty much like a choose your own adventure book, that you choose your dialogue, what you say, and then something happens, and then you can, even though you can't follow the story, you can look at the pictures. And some of these games are also very adult oriented, so there are sex scenes and things like that. The last interesting thing I will say is that if you look at the publishers of these games, it's like you've got Konami, Koei, you know, other big companies. So it's interesting that they went this route as well, publishing like dating sims like this. Alright, and here is the huge PS1 lot that I've got. I think there were 24 games in this lot or something like that, but I got them extremely cheap. I think not even 15 baht each. I think there were 12 or 13 baht per game. This is Pet in a TV, or Pet in TV, or whatever it was called, which is pretty interesting. That was the what flashed by. There was the NHL game. That was a free one because the Medal of Honor Rising Sun game that you saw earlier in the first package didn't work, so she sent me that one as a replacement. Most of this stuff is, to be honest, just shovelware, like a couple of like cheap versions of Tetris and other things. Most of these games I probably won't play more than a couple of minutes, but I do intend to test out all the games. Alright, here is the least retro of the bunch, and this is I bought a hard drive, an external hard drive for my Xbox 360 that I just picked up, or just picked up 2 months ago or something. Now unfortunately I didn't know this, that you can't connect this one as it is to the fat Xbox 360 that I have, because it has a different connector, unfortunately. I also got a couple of these backup games from the same seller. The big one, the Sega Saturn package, and it was an extremely clean and nice looking Sega Saturn I got here. I haven't tried it out yet, I will soon. And she was very vague about what games came with it. She said 10 games, and the only game I could see was the Manx TT, motorcycle game. And usually when it's something like that, like they're vague about what games. I expected actually to have like maybe 2 games in a box and the rest would be loose discs. But I was wrong. All of them seem to be, as you can see here, many of them are in pristine condition, and there are some pretty cool and pretty rare games in here as well. So I was more than happy when I opened this package, I can tell you. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to testing out all of these games and the new system as well. Actually, I just fixed my old Sega Saturn as well, so now I've got 2 working Sega Saturns, which is pretty cool. I also got a couple more games, so yeah, I'm looking forward to spending some more time with the Sega Saturn. I also got a few other packages that I didn't show here, simply because I don't have time. Mostly like loose disc packages and things like that. So anyways, yeah, what do you think? I'm pretty happy myself. See ya.